Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we've actually gotten to see a match. Specifically, since the last fight unfortunately devolved into a street fight that went unwitnessed. Which is doubly a shame, as I heard it was quite the match. But this time, we've got quite the amazing match today ourselves!
Yeah, I heard we have a real interesting lineup tonight. We've got a clash of Japan's two most iconic styles of martial arts. The ancient martial art of Jujutsu versus Japan's #1 martial art in modern times, karate.
This is a classic case of twist or fist, a real common discussion in the States. Who would win, a grappler or a striker? I'm primarily a striker myself, but I'm real interested to see what this grappler's got. I've heard he's an unparalleled weapons expert, and y'all know how much I respect the power of weapons. Actually, Jerry, I've been informed that, despite the lax rules of this tournament on the usage of weapons, our Jujutsu master won't be using any, claiming it would turn a fun cross-association match into a bloodbath. Probably for the best, but I'm definitely still interested to see who will win.
Well, I think it's about time to introduce these two fighters now, huh? What do you guys think?
All right. In the White Tiger corner, a man that needs little introduction, the unrivaled master of all ancient weapon styles of Japan, the physical form of Budo incarnate, a man with so many locks, holds, chokes, and submissions it would make your head spin, standing at 5'7" and weighing 176 pounds, fighting for the Motobe Ryu Combat Jujutsu Dojo, the peerless master of combat jujutsu, the warrior, Motobe Izou!
That doddering old fool doesn't want to use weapons? What an idiot. He's giving up his best advantage for the sake of sportsmanship? How un-warrior-like. Musashi's probably rolling over in his grave. This moron's almost completely useless without his little toys, aside from his defense and a handful of locks he's got. He's definitely underestimating his opponent.
Not to be upstaged, for our fist of this Twister Fist match, standing in the Blue Dragon corner, a man with a body sculpted by God, a man with an unassuming appearance but with the raw power and endless energy to wear down even the sturdiest of stones, standing at 5'5" and also weighing 176 pounds, fighting for the Hokushin Association, the unstoppable, unending onslaught of Hokushin karate, Jyohei Tsutsumi! Damn, I kinda feel for this Motobe guy, Master Izumi. He kinda reminds me of you, but he's about to have his martial arts career ended. I wouldn't be so sure, Tanba. That Motobe man is truly a master. You can tell by his plain clothes, his stance, and his general demeanor. Hell, I'd say he's closer to you than he is to me.
Both fighters are roughly the same height and weigh the exact same. Who would you guys say has the advantage?
Well, Master Motobe has a slight height advantage and a massive arsenal of holds and chokes, as well as incredible defensive skills. But his record in the underground arena is quite spotty, at least while unarmed. His most recent unarmed match was a loss to former Yokozuna Kin Ryuzan, though Kin Ryuzan was almost a foot taller than Izou-sensei and had a nearly 200-pound weight advantage, and Motobe made the mistake of grabbing his pinky, a move that only wouldn't work against a sumotori. So perhaps we'll see what made him such a legend in the world of martial arts tonight. I wouldn't be so sure. I've heard that this Jyohei fella has quite the record in Hokushin's no-holds-barred tournaments and has even beaten plenty of grapplers before. Hell, rumors say he's a half-decent grappler himself. Well, hopefully he sticks to his striking, because trying to grapple Motobe-sensei is definitely a mistake. As the referee explains the rules, both men size each other up. Jyohei begins doing his karate breathing to calm himself before his first fight of the tournament. This guy. His body really is incredible. Maybe I should have brought a smoke pellet or two. Or maybe a gun. The warrior or the fighter? The martial artist or the combat athlete? Jujutsu or karate? Twist or fist? Who will win? Here we go! The gong rings, the ref calls the fight, and before Jyohei even gets the chance to blink, Motobe leaps upward and drop kicks Jyohei right in the face.
Wow! What an explosive way to start the fight!
That's certainly not how I would expect Motobe-sensei to start the match. Jyohei attempts to recover, but Motobe is on him in a flash. Motobe shoots in for a tackle and follows up with an Achilles tendon leg lock, but Jyohei reverses the lock before Motobe sinks it in. Jyohei attempts a belly down armbar, but Motobe uses the momentum to reverse Jyohei's reverse and headbutt him in the face.
Damn! That old man's the real deal! That Achilles tendon lock was just made to get Jyohei to counter grapple so that Motobe could keep the fight in his field of expertise.
I think you're right, Jerry. It seems as though Motobe is weary of allowing this fight to go to striking, so he's using Jyohei's push-forward nature against him.
Just the kind of exchange I would expect to see between these two. Most people underestimate Jyohei's grappling because he's a karateka, but I've heard that the man has out-wrestled wrestlers before, though that simply won't work on someone of the caliber of Motobe Izou. He's truly a one-in-a-million genius in terms of being a warrior. In a twist of irony, our twist has almost exclusively been striking since the beginning of the match, and our fist has only attempted to grapple.
Motobe transitioned to a rear naked choke to finish the fight. Before his opponent got the chance to land a single strike. Because if Jyohei starts...
Uh-oh, folks! We've got a rear naked choke! This might be it for our striker!
Despite even biting his sleeve to fasten the choke, Jyohei, seeming fairly damaged and certainly being choked but otherwise completely unfazed, tries to butt Motobe with the back of his head while rocking his body to create space in the choke, at which point he escapes a near certain loss.
Oh! And just when it looked like Motobe Sensei had it, Jyohei was able to get free!
Damn, that was pretty good. That also might have been the old guy's last chance. I can tell just by looking at him that he's used to fighting with weapons. He walks and stands just like a lot of people from the inside, and he's also gassed from that extended exchange. What's more, the damage that Jyohei guy's taken isn't slowing him down a bit. Rather, he seems to be picking up speed. Jyohei creates some space ever so briefly before darting forward and kneeing Motobe in the stomach, uppercutting him in the face, and then tossing him back up by his collar and delivering a neck-cracking Mawashi Giri to the jaw. The combination causes Motobe to immediately collapse.
Uh-oh, folks! This might be it! Jyohei is mounting a comeback and has completely turned the tides in just 3 strikes!
You catch that, Katsumi? Yeah, his karate. It's exceptional. His strikes are a little unrefined, they lack a certain je ne sais quoi, but the passion, the intensity, the power, the kid's got it. Yeah, his finesse could use some work, but his timing, precision, and raw power is unbelievable. And to boot, his style's a lot like ours. True enough. Though just because he's got grit and his style is kinda like ours, doesn't mean I'm willing to count out Motobe yet. The man has come back from more dire situations. Jyohei rushes forward and continues his onslaught, but Motobe is able to defend himself and keep his guard up until an opportunity presents itself. Motobe was able to get a hold of Jyohei's arm and run his hand down to Jyohei's hand, where he was able to secure one of Jyohei's fingers, particularly his pinky. The forward pressure approach isn't always best, as it leaves you open to counters, specifically a striker to a grappler. That's why my style is focused on adapting, but there are 2 instances in which the forward pressure approach is the right way to go. When you're skilled enough to evade the counter, when you either don't care about the consequences and can power through, or the sheer amount of pressure you produce leaves no time for a counter, completely locking the opponent out. Motobe twists around and breaks Jyohei's pinky, but Jyohei just continues attacking.
Oh my god! Motobe just completely snapped Jyohei's pinky! I could see his teeth gritting and his face twist in pain, but the man just cannot be stopped. He's got guts, that's for sure. And now, try as he might, Motobe can't keep up. He's trying to exchange with strikes, but now he's been pulled into Jyohei's game.
This is the true power of karate. Not just the skills and technique for barehanded combat, but the endurance and sheer power of will to overcome any obstacle. This young man has been trained well.
Master, no!
The onslaught continues non-stop for an entire minute straight, with Jyohei only getting quicker and hitting harder and heavier. He's like a steam engine. Gotta give the guy credit.
Reminds me a lot of my fight with that guy. Except that dude had some kind of funky breathing technique. This guy's just raw stamina. Jyohei finishes wearing down Motobe with a non-stop assault and delivers the final blow. Shit. And with that, Motobe's run in the tournament, just like his run in the Maximum tournament, ends in the first round. Well, I guess it's up to me to avenge you, Master. You fought well and brought respect to the warrior's name, but a loss is death to a warrior. That man's pressure is otherworldly. Should I face him, I'll have to employ a similar tactic to the Jujutsu Master and lock him out with my speed and prediction, because the longer the fight goes on for, the more of a disadvantage I'll be at. Fight conclusion. Winner by minute-long continuous striking combination, 5 minutes and 6 seconds into the round, the unstoppable onslaught, Jyohei Tsutsumi. Injuries sustained, shattered nose, broken cheekbones and jaw, 2 cracked orbital bones, trauma to the back of the skull, broken pinky, and minor bruising and dislocations across the body from pressure point and vital strikes. Special thanks to everybody who voted. Remember to vote on these polls yourself when they go up on Reddit. I know Reddit is a steaming pile of dog shit full of absolutely awful people, but it does have a Baki and a Kengan subreddit, so it's the easiest way to reach a lot of the community. Plus, starting for round 2, I'll be running the polls on the channel as well, so that should help you guys reach out easier. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to help the community grow. Maybe consider joining the Discord, and you guys can discuss with myself and other Baki/Kengan enjoyers more in depth about each fight. Like who y'all think would win, and like how the fight would go, who takes what injuries, stuff like that. I've been Red Fox, this has been the Kengan Maximum Tournament, and I'll see you all in the next fight, the Battle of the Unbreakable Men, Richard Filth versus Kaoru Hanayama. Peace!